What makes me proud to be Asian American is that even though we all come from different backgrounds, from different countries, to speaking different languages, and even coming from different socioeconomic backgrounds, we all tend to have a shared trait of respecting our elders, really valuing our families, and really having that emphasis on community.
So I was raised in not a traditional Japanese household, to the point that even after the war, my grandparents did not want any of us to speak Japanese at home. They wanted us to be American. But through the years, seeing how Asian Americans have impacted globally, it has really made us proud of who we are as Japanese American, and in general as Asian American. Many qualities that we try to uphold in our household, uniquely JA or Asian American. Very proud of the fact that we are who we are.
What really makes me proud to be Japanese American is just really knowing not just the rich cultural history and the great traditions that pass through our Japanese heritage, but it's also just the resilience of our community, knowing what happened through the immigrant experience, with the World War II incarceration, 442nd, 100th MIS, and just how a community was able to build from such hardship, but actually not just overcome, but really persevere and create something great for the rest of us.
So for me, being Japanese American, more specifically Shin Nisei, where my parents are from Japan, the preservation of tradition and cultures is a little bit more ingrained in me in terms of how I behave. So I think for me, being able to share the festival elements or celebrations of our culture is something that I hold dear to my heart.
I lived in Japan for about 7 months, and I would walk to work, and I would come out in the morning and I'd see the neighborhood. Elderly people would come out, and everyone sweeps their street in front of their house. So at my house now, I don't wait for someone to come and clean my street. And my neighbors used to laugh at us like, oh, what are you doing that for? Don't we have, city? And but the city doesn't do it. I said, we just take pride in our little area. So I noticed over the years that now other people come out and they sweep their area. They take care of their front yard more. And that's just, and makes me feel good that we've inspired our neighbors now to follow that same tradition.
One tradition that I would love to pass on is really just continuing the community that we've built. During these times, I know, especially after COVID, we lost a lot of our third spaces, a lot of the connection that has really helped not just our community but the country really thrive. And I think a lot of what we're seeing is from people kind of losing touch with that. So I'd really like to see people just get involved, either whether it's creating third spaces like some of the social scene out here, or getting involved with nonprofits and really help trying to build something that's bigger than any of us individually.